Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Nicolette. On my channel, I focus on credit wellness, savings challenges, sinking funds, monthly planning, and becoming debt free. If this is something that interests you and you want to come along with me on my journey to becoming debt free, then stay tuned. So, friends, this is my first budget with me in 2 years, y'all. I'm a little rusty, so bear with me. We stopped off last with my monthly plan with me, so now I'm going to go ahead and start on my dashboard. At the top here, I'm putting my motivational quote of the month. As you can see, I have mapped off everything so I know where I want everything to go. At the top of the border, I'm going to cover that part with my dashboard kit. Once I lay down my stickers, I'm putting down the header wording. As usual, I've flipped my planner upside down so I can evenly lay the stickers straight. The bigger stickers are a tad bit more difficult to me. Next up are the smaller boxes. I know it says goals, but last minute I decided to track my debt. I decided to lay the bigger boxes down first so I can make sure that it's even, and even if it's a little off, I can at least hide it. See how it's kind of longer? That's fine because I'm going to hide that part. You just gotta hide the imperfections in the end. As long as it all looks uniform, it's fine. And on the other side, it's basically going to be my photo of the month, which is basically my memory for this month of January. It could be literally of anything or anyone. They do say that a picture says 1,000 words, right? At the very bottom, this box will be where I track my credit scores, my credit score, and my CCU, which is my credit card utilization. I'm telling you, the largest stickers here are giving me the flux, y'all. So what I'm gonna do here is just white out the wording on the top so it'll be a cleaner look. I am most definitely going to lay another sticker over this one because I did notice that the TransUnion line was messed up during editing. Well, that's it for the dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my monthly budget. For the most part, I never really get a monthly budget or set up a monthly budget. I would only set up my budget for 2 weeks at a time, which was easier for me to follow. But I did realize the benefits of seeing the monthly big picture as well, and especially now that I'm going to go ahead and start tracking my spending habits more and fixed expenses. I'm laying a washi um, for my income. I like being quiet when I'm putting down stickers. I feel like if I'm quiet, I won't make a mistake. It's like I'm in deep concentration. And then you have some people that can put down a sticker with the quickness and it'll look perfect. That, unfortunately, is definitely not me. Okay, I only like to track my income for now. I'm only showing the numbers that I'm using for my bills, sinking funds, and etc. I don't disclose my full income. I'm just not comfortable with that. With the cash stuffing that I do, I don't disclose my full income either. Some things you just have to keep private. I hope you all understand that. Okay, now I'm going to total them up. I use 4 washi in total for the income section. The first washi is my border, the second is my income, and the third is my total boxes. And then I close that section with another decorative washi, which you will see shortly. This is the block style I like in order to separate my page. I'm putting in my variable and fixed expenses. I'm starting with my fixed expenses. They are essentially all of my bills that stay the same, and it's starting with my rent, car note, storage, cell phone, and lastly my credit cards. At the end, I ended up adding a few more categories that I missed. So I do like, and I normally do, put down my dividing lines first for this exact reason. I don't want to go over that imaginary line into the next column like I just did. So I like putting my lines down with my colorful dual tip marker from Erin Condren. It leaves a nice clean line. Also, my Hinckley and Comment bills would be part of my fixed expenses. Those are the ones that I decided to add on at the last minute. I forgot because my husband usually takes care of those 2 expenses. So I normally don't worry about them, but I am trying to get into the habit of budgeting for everything, even the bills that he takes care of. Anything for the family in general that's not our personal um, bills that we make ourselves, I like to budget for. Next is my variable expenses. These are basically my cash envelopes. For the variable side, I do track how much I've budgeted for and how much I've spent for the month. I am budgeting for at least $3,126. Again, this is only my income. This amount may be more because because I'm not a salary paid worker. I am an hourly paid. So I leave room for factors such as overtime. Towards the end of the month, after I factor in the second paycheck of the month, I will then put in my actual amount for each month and then calculate the difference at the top. That's why I have the 3 boxes there. Okay, so as you can see, I just added my variable amounts. These are the amounts that will be going in my cash envelopes. Moving back over to my fixed expenses, I did realize that I wasn't putting my monthly amounts, but the amounts for every 2 weeks. And I did go back and also adjusted the amount for my variable side as well. It's just out of habit, y'all. I tried doing the monthly thing, the monthly budget when I first started my journey, and that was over 2 years ago. But this time I've decided to budget monthly and for every 2 weeks. I did purposefully leave Hinckley and Comment blank because, again, my husband does budget for that portion, so it's not going to come out of my paycheck. Again, y'all, just disregard these amounts that I am writing in. Like I said, I realized after I started editing that I needed to change the numbers for both my fixed and variable sides. So every amount that you see there, just double it, and that will be my amount for the month. Look, y'all, I eventually realized I didn't even put down my script. It's just not a video with me unless something is off. Here I go again, contemplating if it would look better in the middle or off to the side. I'm going to try it one day where I'm just going to put it off to the side. But for now, I decided to put it in the middle, keep it cohesive. So now I'm going back to my dashboard to add in my credit cards. In this video, you will see me occasionally jumping back because I might have forgot something to add. Um, but I am going to fill in the numbers later once I get the balances, the correct balances, or the most current, I should say, the most current balances from my credit cards. Looking back at my overall spread, y'all, that little TransUnion line is bothering me, like for real. As I'm editing this video, I'm looking back and I realized that I really do have a shopping problem with all these damn credit cards. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did have like 5 of these credit cards paid off. But things happened where I had to use my credit because at the time I did not have cash. I'm gonna try not to get down on myself because I know, again, this is a journey and I'm not expecting perfection, but I am willing to do better and push myself to make the right decisions and choices when it comes to my budget. Here I'm just writing in my inspirational quote. This particular quote is from Maya Angelou, and it reads, "My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, and some humor, and some style." I like writing my motivational and inspirational quotes in my binder. It just gives me something to look back, and it gives me that motivation that we are all going to need, especially during times like this where you just feel that you should be further along in your journey. But like it is a journey, and there are steps that we fall off of. We just get back up, and if we got to do it 10 times until we get it right, that's what we have to do. All right, moving in and moving out, I'm going to go ahead and start laying my foundation for my paycheck one. Please do not come for me. I am late on my videos, y'all. I had a late start this year, but I had filmed prior. It was just editing. I had a bit of an issue with my editing software, and that's why these videos are a little late. I did film, however, I couldn't edit. So you will be getting quite a bit of videos all at once because I finally got my software to work. So do bear with me. Next month will definitely be better. I'm going to work out all the kinks so I won't run into these issues. But that's where we're at this point. I'm going to try to get out as many videos as I can. It's kind of like backlogged in a way. We're almost at this point at the end of January, but as you can see, you'll be seeing videos for like the first of the month. So I went ahead and I laid my paycheck header, and now you're gonna see me laying my income washi. I'm gonna go ahead and count 2 spaces, and then I'm gonna lay my expense washi, and then I'm gonna go ahead and count another few spaces for my expenses. And I do divide each in half, so I find this to be easier than paying the entire amount with one paycheck. So after writing in all of my expenses for this week, I'm going to go ahead and pop in the dividing lines. Okay, so this is the spread so far for my paycheck for the next 2 weeks. This check is going to be in the amount of $1,276. This is the amount I'm expecting it to be. And at the bottom is where I'm going to place the total washis. I'm going to start paycheck 2 with the layout, and putting down the amount I'm expecting for the next 2 weeks of the month. I've also been thinking about just setting up the spread for every page all at one time, like in one video, and then during the course of the month, I'm able to maybe um, start off with a new page with the spread already laid out. Again, I'm just kind of trying to work through it to see what will make this process better because as you know, I'm just winging it at this point. um, so now I'm laying down the header for my paycheck 2, and I'm also going to pop in the amount that I um, have for the beginning of the month, which I believe is that 1,276. I'm I don't know if it will be more or less because, well, I know it's going to be more because I have uh, worked overtime for the next 2 weeks. So I'm expecting a little bit more or a lot more in my paycheck too. But I am putting in the budgeted amount, being the 1,276. I'm backtracking a bit to writing the amounts of my bills binder, sinking funds, and cash envelopes. The amounts that you see here are divided by 2 because, again, I do divide my check itself into 2 parts. In this column, I'm writing in my budgeted amounts. In the next column, I'm writing in the amount that I actually paid. For the most part, it will match what my budgeted column is. So every month, I'm paying $308 every 2 weeks for a total of $1,230 for my rent. Of course, I pay half of the $1,230. My husband pays the other half. And then the last column is basically to put in the difference. So if I paid out less than what I budgeted for, it will go in that last column. Also, if I paid out more than what I budgeted for, it will go in that last column. This is my layout for paycheck 1. I'm going to end it here because I'm going to do a follow-up for paycheck 2 and weekly check-ins. But if you like what you see, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. See you later. Bye.